Alrighty, I think we are just about almost ready here. Welcome in everyone to the booth. Matt Kennedy here, and I am alongside J Cam and Panzer. You guys want to introduce yourself to the stream?
Hey guys, it's good to see y'all again, and this time we're commentating with Panzer, who did commentate last time as Primetime, did a great job. I thought he was very intelligent. But this is going to be a great game. Both teams are 2-0, and I can't wait to commentate this game.
I agree, J-Cam. This is an SEC matchup between two top 20 teams, and it should be a great game.
So I'm going to go ahead and play the stream. Stream is playing. We want to go ahead and let them go ahead and start the stream. But today we have, I want to say are these two SEC teams? I mean, I don't even know the freaking
Yeah, these are
conferences.
two SEC teams.
Wow, man. I mean, this is a bloodbath. I mean, this is, SEC is so tough. I mean, one thing I'll say, being a Buckeyes fan myself, outside the league, out in the real college football world, really thinking about, how the old school conversations, the pre-Oregon, the pre-days of coming to the Big Ten, and just how much respect the SEC got. And I think back to the Gator days. I think about Tim Tebow. I think about the A&M days. I think about Mike Evans. Myles Garrett. I think about Johnny Manziel. But these two teams, these two franchises. You really think about their programs, what they bring to the SEC. They may have been quiet the last 5 years, but to be fair, that just shows you how good Georgia, Alabama, and some of these top programs are. My question for you two while this game gets going here is, do you guys think Alabama takes a step down now that Nick Saban's gone?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he will definitely. They will definitely. But I think that Alabama has such a good roster that Saban has built, and since his coaching staff is still staying, that it'll still be a good team. Just won't be as good.
For sure, I completely agree. They're still going to be a competitor. Could definitely make the playoffs for sure. They have the talent, but the coaching has definitely been a downgrade. But you can't say it's bad. That's one thing for sure.
That is true.
The good thing is most of Saban's staff has stayed, so they still have some insight from Saban, but they obviously aren't experienced as him. Saban was had some years in the NFL, had a lot of national championships in college. He knows a lot, but now that they lost him, they'll definitely take a step down,
Sure.
especially with a lot of players transferring out or decommitting because he retired.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see the new playoff format. We're going to see it a lot more in college football. Unfortunately, I'm shocked they don't have some kind of format with that in Ultimate Team, but it definitely is here in Dynasty. Florida with their iconic intro here, touching the head of an actual gator there. And here we are in the swamp, and this is it. One thing that right now is still a work in progress is some stadium noise with the commentating. We do apologize for that. Obviously, dynamic attendance in effect here. A 2-0 versus a 2-0 team, sellout crowd. We may actually see some less fans with an 0-2 Texas Longhorns for my game tomorrow night. I'm playing tomorrow night. But right here, 88 overall team versus an 86 overall team. Looks like we are going to go ahead and have A&M get the ball here, maybe, or is A&M kicking off here? But regardless, what do you guys think are the keys to today's game for both teams?
I I think since Texas is starting freshman DJ Lagway over graduate and over graduate Graham Mertz, I think that they'll need to establish the running game and also the passing game and show that DJ Lagway is more elite than Graham Mertz.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking at
So
DJ.
that
DJ Lagway. We have a freshman here, 81 overall quarterback, 88 speed, and he does have five abilities. I see one gold and some silver. It takes a snap, hard pressure there, incomplete. Pressure up the A gap there, and it's already 2nd and 10, gentlemen.
My goodness. I
I
mean, there's
mean, yeah, I mean, this pass rush from A&M was is very good. Like,
Yeah, handoff. We have left
and
side
this is
there. Number one, I'm not sure who that is, but we're going to give him about 8 yards. 3rd down and 3. Looks to be
that should be the senior Montreal Johnson Jr. Had a great
that's Montreal
game
Johnson
last
Jr.
week with 107 yards.
Now we have a pivotal 3rd down and 3 here at home. Small pressure, 5-man rush, underneath, complete. Number 8, brace a tackle, 1st down. Florida.
I mean, this was just a great read by a freshman. Didn't need to force anything, just got a 1st down, and number 8 broke a few tackles and showed him why he made the right decision.
For sure.
Yeah, and that is the sophomore tight end, Arliss Boardingham. Down he goes. It's going to be a loss of 11.
And it looks like the middle linebacker did some PI, but it's not called.
Ooh.
Yeah, honestly, even it happens in cut. I see sometimes some illegal, they call it actually holding in the secondary when the quarterback still has the ball in the hands. They call it holding. Once the ball goes in the air, that's when PI actually is in effect. A miss there by the referees. 4-man rush, left side. It's going to be number 17 to the flat. Makes 3rd down more manageable. 3rd down and 14.
That seems to be Jameer Dike, number 17, a senior, a very great deep threat. But that time they're going to throw it down to him in the flat.
It looks like Lagway is audibling to a Texas route of the backfield, and he's scrambling out of pocket. He hit Montreal Jackson.
What a great playmaker right there by the coach.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that really, when there's only one route there and it's covered, as a user on the defensive side of the ball, as we see a handoff right side there, it'll get about 5 yards there. But the thing is, when there's only one route and it's an angle route and you're on the defensive side of the ball and it's covered, you have to anticipate that playmaker. And so what I should have saw there was a switch stick. I know everyone is still pressing with that, but you have to anticipate. That's a big part of 21st century defense in the football league. 4-man rush, left side, risky throw. It's caught inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Florida.
I feel like that was a bad read by Lagway. I mean, number 11 really stopped that from being an interception. And if the cornerback had a slightly better awareness, then that would have been intercepted.
And now we have 2nd and goal here at the 1-yard line. I have no idea how Boardingham did not get in here. This is run mechanics here for the defense. Will they sell out on the run? I would if I were them. With the A-gap, Lagway, freshman, under shotgun, takes the handoff, and he dives forward. Touchdown, Florida. And they have a commanding 6-0 lead.
I mean, that was a great drive by the freshman and the senior. I mean, and the swamp's going wild.
Cameron, what were your takeaways that drive?
They went 10 plays on that drive, pretty long 2.5-minute drive. But overall, Coach JNY is cooking. He cooked in week 1 against Darren. The Hurricanes upset them, and now here we go again. He might upset Texas A&M.
We have a return here.
If Florida manages to upset Texas A&M, then that would be a big it's a kickoff return.
Yes, and we see
and
number 2 all
20,
the way.
15 to 10.
Holy
5,
smokes.
and he's into the end zone.
We actually see this place quiet, except we see the A&M red corner. They're the red and white corner. They're going crazy. And even a smaller portion there on the 50-yard line, east entrance there. Wow. Gator country.
I gotta say, the Florida Gators special teams kickoff team has been an issue all season for them. Hopefully that doesn't cost them in the playoffs or the long run. But against the Hurricanes, they allowed a whole kick return touchdown.
Chris Johnson did 2 kickoff returns against them, which was very interesting. Like, they can't allow this much of... If they allow, 3 kickoff return touchdowns in only 3 games, then this is not very good for them. Doesn't
Yeah.
look good for them at all.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about it is, I'm not really a coding expert, but I still think that there's a reason why Wildcat is so exploitable. There's a reason why scum kicks exist. It's because for some reason the blocking of Wildcat and the kickoffs favors the offense more than it's supposed to. I still don't know if that's even controllable or not, but for some reason in the last X amount of years, that's why that scum kick exists, because if it truly was that 50-50 thing of offense, defense for kickoffs, then they would just kick deep every time. I'm going to kick deep. It's going to be hard to return it. No, that's why scum kicks exist. It is unfortunate. We have a 3rd down and 1 right here. Hurry up to the line. First down to the senior running back there, Montrell Johnson Jr. Let's move the chains, gentlemen. First down.
I mean, this was Montrell Johnson has just been playing well. He's been playing. Whenever he's been called upon, he's shown that he can.
5 wide here, 4-man rush, middle open. It's lobbed up and it's overthrown by the freshman quarterback.
It's
Jitters.
overthrown.
That was a great read.
The freshman. I mean, the read was great. I mean, it was just a freshman. I believe had some pressure in his face and I think led it a bit too much.
Yeah, really an open pocket there. Could have set up a little bit more. And that was the freshman Aiden Mitchell, who did redshirt last year. 96 speed was the intended target. It's in stride. Number 11, there he is. It's Aiden Mitchell. Excuse me.
Almost
The freshman.
intercepted. That was a very risky ball. I mean, if that linebacker was a bit faster, then that could have been intercepted.
We have a handoff right side. It's going to be back to Montrell Johnson Jr. Give him 2 yards. We have 2nd and 8. And again, Aiden Mitchell here. He has some abilities. He has silver takeoff, and he has 96 speed, 97 excel. How about that for a freshman who redshirted? Handoff. It's a good cutback. It's going to be Johnson Jr. right side, and there is no way they're going to catch him. Touchdown Gators.
Oh,
Montrell Johnson has gotten both of the Gators touchdowns.
Yeah,
And he just broke away.
Number 1 has been the number 1 player of this game so far. Let's see if Texas A&M can respond with their running back of their own. Ruben Owens, who's a freshman, but I believe an 86 overall. Great player, straight out of high school. He did redshirt, however, but his development really took him far.
Yeah, that was just a really good cutback there. I mean,
I feel like it's better when players redshirt because then they get to learn behind a more experienced senior or junior before they get some playing time. And it's better to redshirt than just to. And a second kickoff return.
Jesus.
This is insane. Will 88 track him down? No.
Oh,
88
man.
did not track him down.
And that is the running back too, Le'Veon Moss, a junior. Wow.
I'm telling you right now, and this is why really, we're definitely not going to have the pooch scum kick, in our league. That's more of a cut idea, but you can definitely sky kick it still, corner kick it. You can even do a squib kick, but we don't want to see the glitch where it rolls to the 1 yard line. But let this be an example in this primetime game that. I said it before, I'll say it again. It's not about pointing fingers. It's not about, oh this, oh that. But, this is an exploit. Kickoffs, it favors the offense. Wildcat, it favors the offense. There's something in this game that I don't understand EA Sports. It's happening way too much. And gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong here, but do you think pursuit angles have something to do with it?
That is a big...
Because we know, that's been a big target. I saw Bordeaux in his tweet today, the Dynasty, leader in college football YouTube ratings here. And we have a bomb to number 11. It's in stride, breaks a tackle, touchdown Florida.
What a great free-form throw.
Aiden Mitchell.
This is already 21 points scored by the Gators in the first quarter.
Yeah, but anyway.
That might have been missed.
It is good, 21-14. But what I was saying there before it got cut off was, Bordeaux was talking in the title update today. It was not really a big title update. It was like a little patch, right? Little, 300 megabyte, whatever. It was under a third of a gig update. But he did, thank gosh, that was not 3 in a row there. But the thing is, though, is he talked about how he does want to see pursuit angles fixed. Everyone knows about it. It's been for so long in the game. And, honestly, guys, I'm being realistic here. It's going to be a tough fix. Because, when you're trying to teach, and here comes Wildcat here, when you're trying to teach, and there goes number 2, right side, give him 17 yards there, but let me finish it real quick. When you try to teach and code a game to where the computer defenders, I don't even know if it's really possible. Because if you really think about it, think about the way, robots move. Robots, they move very like, hello, I am a robot, and they move, they're right? These players that are non-human controlled, they're literally computers, and they think like a computer. So, are they ever going to be smart enough to get the correct angle? I'm going to be honest with you, I do not think so. What are your guys' thoughts on fixing pursuit angles in this game? Is it possible? Give me your thoughts.
I feel like bots just want to get a more straightforward angle. So instead of just taking the first pursuit angle, like to try to cut them off, they try to go behind them to stop them from getting more yardage. But instead, they just allow a big play.
Sure. Cameron, your thoughts?
I really doubt they're ever going to fix pursuit angles in this game. If I had to bet, they're probably going to be fixed in Madden 25, but I think that's going to be a prominent bug. I don't see how they're going to fix that. Is it fixable? Yes. But, we all know how the EA developers have been over the years, very laxative, so who knows? But
True.
To me, I doubt it.
True. 2nd and 9 here. We have a good game here. 21-14 here in the Swamp. Wegman, he is sophomore quarterback. Takes the snap, 3-man rush, open pocket, runs right side. He's going to go ahead and not smartly slide. Hard hit that time at 15 in bounds.
The wear and tear.
Folks. That is a legal hit, folks, in bounds.
Oh.
He missed the running back open. It could have gotten him a touchdown.
You have got to slide there. That is really hard to watch if you are an A&M fan at home. It's a blitz. Covers you up the middle. 5-man rush. Wide open. Number 2. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown. This game is a 1-point game.
I mean, this game has been a shootout. It's just exchanging blows.
It's Ruben Owens. He's a 94 speed freshman who redshorted. And the one thing I'll say is, when I played Cameron last week for Michigan and, Baxter had a decent game for a losing team performance, he looked pretty good, pretty snazzy, that's awesome, for a 91, 92 speed guy. But then you see this guy, Ruben Owens, the freshman who redshirted, 94 speed, 96 XL for a freshman. You would think in the next 2-3 years, maybe get a few speed increases. Probably could be one of the better running backs in this whole dang league.
Wow, for sure. Especially when he's a senior. Just imagine what his overall is going to be. But yeah, the Gators and Texas A&M both have a really bright future. They're definitely going to be a powerhouse for the next couple of seasons.
We have Lagway, the freshman, in shotgun, motions. Number 5 falls down. It's going to be an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I feel like number 5 fell down by himself because I didn't see him tripping up. He just fell down.
He's going
and
deep. He was covered, but the speed difference there. Touchdown again, Florida Gators. It's number 11 for a second.
I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a shootout. Number 11, baby.
Aiden Mizzle, the freshman.
That receiver 4 is no joke, I got to tell you.
He is number 1 in the depth chart. It was adjusted. Extra point, no good off the... it's off the left crossbar. 27-21, and now it's a 2 field goal game. One thing I'll say about kicking is it definitely is more of a skill gap. But here's my question, though. Do they have the ice the kicker like in Madden, or it's just, hey, look, it's hard enough. It's just make it under pressure.
I think if the game is on the line or something, I think that it changes your angle a bit, but I don't think it really does it like Madden.
Got it. Because obviously it's a big feature in Madden or whatever. So 27-21 here. We are in 5-minute quarters. You know, really the first year, you don't really want to say it, right?
But also, if your kicker has a lower accurate, I mean not that. If you're in home, if your kicker has missed one earlier, like the bar will shake a bit.
Got it. Really good to know there. Thank you, Panzer. One thing I'll say as well is that keep in mind, no one wants to say it, but this kind of is a beta first year. You know, sliders. The one thing I'm shocked at is I'm not seeing these flags. I thought I would, you know, because in Madden, you're going to see some holding calls. You're going to see, and that was my experience 2-3 years ago in an online franchise I was in for about 3 years straight. And, you know, you're just going to see some bullshit flags. Here comes the jet pass. How did I know that? I saw the guy put his hands up. It's going to be.
Oh my gosh, the tip drill.
Brick hands there by 16 incomplete.
I feel like I don't understand why the quarterback threw that. I mean, it wasn't open. Should have tried to scramble or throw it away.
Holy smokes. But what I was alluding to, gentlemen, was saying, remember, a lot of sliders and whatever, if we're seeing almost every single game, you know, 50 points and above, you know, I really could see us going to 4-minute quarters next year. Clock does stop. I'm seeing defense just not really do much. Georgia did really well against you, Panzer, but to be fair, that's a pretty damn good front seven there by Georgia. But trust me, if you have the right clientele and the right blitzes and the right cheese, and we have right there, number 2, it's Owens. We talked about him, the freshman who redshirted, 94 speed, first and goal, A&M.
I mean, 3 rushes for 72 yards is insane. Some running backs only have 72 yards for an entire game. This man has done it on only 3 attempts.
Exactly. Running backs have been utilized in college football 25 and very, very realistically so, I gotta say. Oh, shoot.
I mean, the crowd here in Florida is quiet. Their kicker missed the PAT, so if they get in here, they're losing.
Yes, pending the extra point, 27-21, 2-minute warning here in the swamp. One thing I'll say as well, I was going to allude to was, remember, we could go to 4-minute quarters next year. However, we will never, ever change it mid-season for stat consistency, and also Heisman will stay probably forever. Second and goal, 1-yard line, under 2 minutes of play, handoff Owens, walk in, touchdown, tie game, gentlemen.
I mean, I'm telling you, he's going to be an amazing
the
player.
real question is, I think this PAT might actually depend the game, because if this is a shootout, then Florida will either need to get a 2-point conversion, or they'll need to just keep scoring quickly.
Yes, well said, Panzer. So the one thing I'll say, you know, to respond to how good Aiden Mizzle is doing, he is actually number 1 in the depth chart, even though he's the the 4th best overall receiver on the chart. However, coach for the Florida Gators, he actually has him as a number 1 in the depth chart. He's a freshman who redshirted, 79 overall, because he has that 96 speed. Second best on the team after a 97 speed freshman, 68 overall, Tank Hawkins. It's going to be a draw play right there to number 5. Give him 3, and that is Trayon Webb.
It's the running back.
Backup running back. Yes.
He's a freshman. However, he's going to develop very well under Montrell Johnson, the senior.
Only 88 speed on that running back, and this is not incomplete, almost put off 3rd down and 7 there. But real quick, the running backs for Florida doesn't really amount to what their receivers or the freshman quarterback hold in terms of talent. They have 88 speed on their top 2 running backs. However, I'm kind of confused here. I know it's an overall difference, but he has a 91 speed KD Daniels freshman 91 speed on the bench. We have left side there, number 3 in the flat. Makes a man miss, 1st and 10. They're in their territory, and I believe that was the wide receiver, Eugene Wilson III. He's a sophomore, 93 speed, 86 overall, 1st down Florida.
That's awesome. And
Matt,
Xavier out.
you're underestimating how good Montreal Jackson is, man.
Really, with 88 speed?
Yeah, but he's still like he can break a lot of tackles. He's pretty good, man.
He's like a
Well,
power
I
back.
mean, you are right because you're right. You're right. Well, it says he's an elusive back, though. That's the problem. I mean, elusive back with 88 speed. I mean, he does have some pretty good excel, I guess. But four-man rush, pressure comes, he throws.
Roster wide
Good
open.
pressure
Oh.
there. 3rd down and 10 coming up, and we can see the range right there. The target line is the 38-yard line for the kicker of Florida, Trey Smack, the junior with 93 power. Lagway, 3rd and 10, four-man rush. That could have been picked, but
Oh
it's
my
caught.
gosh.
It's caught right there
I
by
mean-
number 10.
To be honest, I don't agree with that read by Lagway. I mean, it was caught and it was a first down, but that could have that if that mid linebacker had not moved a bit, then that was easily an interception.
Sure, and that was the freshman, 68 overall, 97 speed, Tank Hawkins from Virginia. Came all the way down to Florida to play football for them here in the swamp. Down by 1. As right now, he will take the snap at slants underneath. Number 21, first down, give him 6. Clock stops. That was KD Daniels. There he is, the freshman with 91 speed.
Straight from Mississippi. That was a great route right there. The running back routes have been over OP in this game, and they're both taking a lot of advantage of it. Oh,
I see a
The counter could be
counterplay
huge.
to Daniels. Give him 11, but they're going to say 2nd and 2 here.
Daniel was hit hard on the end of that play. He broke a tackle and then he was hit hard by the linebacker.
Whack throw there by the
He-
freshman, 3rd and 2.
He almost got another interception.
That was just a bad throw. Pressure from his right side there. Pressure, any amount to pressure in front, northeast, southwest of the quarterback, especially a young quarterback here, even at home, tight game, big stakes. Trust me, it will impact his throw. It's going to be a wide swing pass, 4th and 3. Decision time now for Florida.
I mean, I can see he was going for the RPO there, but that clearly was stuffed. That was a great hard flat zone coverage right there by the corner, and just like that is 4th down. They need to get this.
I see a slant, a zig in the running back field. I see Webb. 3-man rush. He said scramble. He didn't scramble, and it's going to be incomplete. He had a scrambling first down on his left side. The intended receiver was the tight end, Arliss Boardingham.
That was a mastermind plan by the coach JDZ there. Double the zig. He knows how overpowered it is. He knows how much Coach JNY loves to run that, and just like that, they clamp him up.
Now, right here, we have Wildcat. It's a 2-minute drill, 17 seconds. If you're Florida, I'm backing everyone up right now. Definitely not going to press.
To be honest, I wouldn't call this a
and
2-minute drill. I mean, like
You're right.
you have 11 seconds to get into field goal range. You need to get out of bounds or you need to get down.
Yeah, well said,
soon as
Panzer.
you
You
make
know,
it.
this is what, pretty much people would say this is kind of uncharted territory. You know, you can take a risk, you somehow score, you're a genius, you throw a pick, you're considered a bum. So really, and you take hits like that, 6 seconds left, and I would just hand the ball off here. Hand it off to your 3rd string guy, right? You know, you have a chance to break it big with how, bad pursuit angles are in this game. You could, give him some carries, some yardage, develop the freshman a little bit. But really, I see 5 wide right here. They're playing, ultra aggressive. 2nd and 10, 6 seconds left. 3-man rush. Steps up as Wagme is going to run, slide, and that's it, halftime. Gentlemen, what are your halftime adjustments for both teams?
I mean, Florida needs to play better in general. I mean, Langley needs to stop throwing risky balls. I mean, he keeps trying to throw into tight windows when he doesn't have the arm strength to do so. Since he's just a freshman, he's one of the higher end freshmen. He was a very high ranked.
Oh my goodness, they returned it.
But I mean, like he's a high ranked recruit, but he can't. He doesn't have the arm strength to fit it in to those tight windows yet.
Sure. Cameron, what are your
And
thoughts?
What's crazy is how the Gators have 4 times more passing yards than them, yet they're down. And that's how important the running game can be in defense. I'm telling you, offense is huge. But when you have a great defense and your opponent really cannot do much against your defense, then that's going to be an integral part of winning the game.
Sure. We see a weird gun monster formation here. Linemen scattered left and right. Handoff. It's going to be, I believe, Owens. 3rd down and 4 now looming for A&M. And this is going to be, let's just see what happens here. But I've seen some mixed coach decisions here for user versus user games.
And there's the
4th
press.
down. Here we go. It's going to be a
This is-
cover one robber press. We have the middle hook and the middle deep blue. And that's going to be a drop by number 18.
that was not. I don't think that was a drop. I think the cornerback that was underthrown, and the cornerback like.
It
was a drop.
That was
Never
misled
mind.
a little, yeah. That was a little misled. So the corner
A
was
little
able to
bit
get his hand in
behind.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're going for it.
You know, this, I'm going to say right now, I don't
I
agree,
mean,
I do not
I
agree
don't
with,
agree with the coach. I mean, they guaranteed him a field goal. They're going for it on their own 19. I mean,
Wow,
if they
wow.
don't get this can go. And they're in the swamp, so they're disrespecting like the home crowd.
Wow,
So
Back
wow.
And
It's intercepted.
It's intercepted.
It's right sideline, number 32, Jakeem Jackson. And the swamp
Wow.
is swimming. They're swimming. Holy
mean,
And
smokes.
I
Wow.
don't agree with that at all. Just punt it. You've been playing good defense. I mean,
And that was Jakeem
Yes.
Jackson, the sophomore corner, who has blanket
Blanket
coverage. And you just got to love it here on Primetime Week 3 football. 2-0 teams battling. And this is a big 2-point conversion. Lagway, the
Go on
freshman.
touchdown game.
We have slants, a
there's
zig.
no,
Takes a snap, 4-man rush.
there's
It's a
nothing
zig.
wrong with
Incomplete.
punting the ball. Like, there's nothing wrong with punting the ball when you're deep in your own territory. I mean, all you do is just risk your defense breaking, because your defense is guaranteed to give up field goal if you go for it in your own red zone.
Yeah,
Which is
absolutely.
why I don't advise going for it in your own red zone. Just punt it.
Yep.
Just let your defense do their work. You can get a punt. You can force them to do a longer field goal than just like a 20-yarder. I mean, it's just
Cover 2, very
And he's wide
exploitable.
open.
Deep middle and deep outsides. Big pass that time by Wegman. And now A&M is already in their territory, down by 5.
And now it did say Wayman was cold, but it looks like he's starting to cook up a little here now against the Gators' zone defense, and they're going to line up in shotgun. So this could very well be a pass play, probably a deep play. Let's see what the Gators run. Man coverage, and they're audibling.
Sure, we see gun trips, handoff. It's going to go to Owens. Hard hit that time to the shoulder, give him 4, and watch out for that wear and tear. You know, one thing I'll say is that I'm not sure
Owens.
if this is a bug or not. The more and more I think about it, I am starting to really think that, and I'm just saying the truth, right? You know, I think Dynasty right now is unfortunately on EA's end an unfinished product, and just let me explain here. I honestly have not really seen a whole lot of injuries in this game, and I promise you're going to see a lot more Madden. I did tune down the injuries from 25 to 20 on the sliders, and that one's going to be in the air, incomplete, 3rd and 6. But let me finish here, gentlemen. The thing I'll say is that on franchise, you know, again, playing 2-3 years experience in online, all the sliders, you know, whatever, I would see people go down at least, you know, from the whole game, probably 1 or 2 down a game guaranteed. And also, I would see these flags pop up. It is a little bullshit. We see a pass right there. He did not rack it, though. 1st down inside the red zone. But the thing is, I did not see, you know, a lot of flags in this game or any primetime game, my game versus CPU, whatever. And you're supposed to see some of these bullshit flags, like holding, whatever, because it's supposed to be like a realistic feel of franchise, real NFL, Dynasty, real college football. And so I actually truly wonder in my heart, is this a fix or is it just going to be that uncommon? What are your thoughts? And do you guys have experience in older Madden games where you saw injuries more in franchise and you saw flags pop up when you could not control them? What are your thoughts on the flag sliders and the injury sliders in previous Madden titles?
I
I
suppose you could.
swear, and no one gets injured. I had Kate Klubnik with a severe risk of injury. I took him out way too late in Georgia game, but he did not. He got some wear and tear, but he did not get long term wear and tear. But he was not injured at all. I don't understand how nobody gets injured in this game. Even if you take like a lot of big hits, it won't. The only people I've seen getting injured is the FCS teams because there's a glitch where like FCS teams get everyone injured and it's just really annoying. Like when you're trying to like play with a lower tier team and they just get free timeouts because everyone's getting injured.
Yeah, well said. Cameron, what are your thoughts here? But 3rd and 7 real quick. Oh, we broke a tight number 6, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 right here. I am going to go ahead and kick, but honestly, they're going to go for it. I mean, I would kick it because 2 field goals wins you the game, but here we go. This is it. And then after this 4th down here, Cameron, give me thoughts on the injuries and all that stuff. Here we go. We have man coverage look for Florida, gun tight here for A&M, shovel pass, it's beautiful, 88, touchdown, that's going to be the 88, it's going to be, I believe, Miller.
I mean, that was a great play. He read the defense good. He saw that the cornerback was going in for the run and threw it.
Yes,
Now that was the tight end too, right there, number 88, the senior Garrett Miller, starting to cook up on that flat route. That was a great read by Wayman, especially after that pick 6. He needs to start getting hot. And it looks like he's getting hot now. It looks like they're going to have to go for 2.
I mean, they can go for 2 here.
It's definitely the move, Panzer. Go for 2, make it a 3-score game. It's going to be the shovel option. He's in. It's, I want to say, Owens, 36-33. And how about that 4th down and 3 decision? Coach K would have went ahead and kicked it there and played old school football, but this team right here goes for it. They gambled. They really rolled the die. They did not get it the first drive of this half, but they got it the second time. 1 for 2 on 4th down, 50%.
I mean, now it's a 3-point game. It's better for Texas A&M. They're in a better situation. The Florida offense needs an answer. They just need an answer. I mean, Lagway has been forcing balls. He hasn't thrown an interception yet, but he's just been forcing balls.
Sure. So, Cameron, what are your thoughts on the injuries and the flags? And do you think that it's actually a coding issue and not like a league sliders issue?
I believe it is a game issue slightly. I will say overall, I think affects how much injuries you have. I believe there's an injury rating that's very important that each player has,
and he's down the sideline. He got his team up to the 47 of A&M.
Yeah. I would say if I had to say in the sliders, I believe maybe turn up the injury sliders a little bit, and the flag sliders maybe up by 5 or 10, but not too much. You don't want to make it too annoying, too unrealistic. But yeah, I do think there's about 3 injuries a game, 3 flags a game. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think really that, I'll be honest, maybe user versus CPU, yes, but even user versus user, we should at least see 1 flag or like 1 injury in the whole game. I'm not seeing anything. And so I'm wondering, again, we'll experiment next week for week 4. We'll tune up injuries from like 20 to maybe 25 or 30. It was supposed to be 25. I went down to 20. That's a Madden setting. And then the flags, I kept it as stock, and that's at 50. So I may move the slider up to 55, 57 for all the flags. But if we still see nothing at all, user versus user, it definitely is a coding issue. And honestly, I just wonder what other online dynasties are talking about with this. Underneath right there, we have Boardingham 1st down, and that will likely end the 3rd quarter 36-33 in a swimming shootout here. Maybe not, though. 7 seconds. That will not end the 3rd quarter. Handoff. It's going to be, I want to say, Webb. First down.
And that is Treyon Webb. That's
I
a big
mean,
run from him, especially after getting hit huge. A big hit on him from that wear and tear, but it looks like he's still in the game. Taking snaps from Montreal Johnson Jr., and he's mauling.
I think Montreal's tired. I mean, he has like how many yards? Yeah, he has like
At least 100.
80 yards.
I'd say
Oh,
so.
nah. Yeah, he's probably tired. He's like, I think that he doesn't want to be in the game anymore. He's probably tired. He's probably gassed. He's
Wow, he took a
and
risk there, not only for injuries, but fumbles. I think I saw him juke before, so I know he's not on conservative there. That was absolutely a risky call there. I would went out of bounds for the 1-2 yard line, and you would hope you'd be able to punch it in on 3-4 plays in the 1-2 yard line there. Again, I would learn from these. I'm not going to say it's a mistake, but I would say it's just in a dynasty not smart to take those kind of hits, not only for fumbling issues, but because I'm seeing a lot of fumbles and regs, watching YouTubers play with regs for road to the CFB or CFP, whatever. And so if you're on conservative, fine, but you have a freshman quarterback right there. You want to really take care of that quarterback, and that could have been a fumble, but it worked out. Touchdown,
I mean,
Florida.
like if he gets injured, like there are injuries that can lead up to like 30 weeks, which is around 2 seasons.
Sure.
Like if he gets injured for that long, then what will you do? Graham Mertz is gonna go soon. Graham Mertz will go after this season, so and he can't. And Graham Mertz, no offense to him, he's a great passer, but he cannot scramble to save his life.
Sure, well said, Panzer. And, really the thing I'll say about this league is, that's where the team management component comes in, and, just understanding about this is not mutt or cut. Injuries matter. And, like I said, I am just saying for what the facts are, and I'm kind of being unbiased here between the two games of Madden and Dynasty. But the thing I'll say, though, is that as of right now, if there is a broken thing with injuries and flags not coding the way they should, you would, and again, I do think that this is for only online user versus user. I have definitely seen some flags for versus the CPU, but the thing is, though, is I actually promise you are going to be seeing injuries, more flags for the Madden franchise league. And, you're behind the sticks, or you got to manage an injury, things like that. That's all where coaching comes in. And that's really, where the smart coaches and smart GMs will not only sign, trade, and draft depth, but they also know where to put them in times of need here. 2nd and 2. Now, gentlemen, is this going to be a put-away drive that can chew clock and maybe put in the end zone? Like, what do you guys think here? Philosophy.
I'm gonna be honest, like you shouldn't be letting your freshman quarterback take those hits, because if he gets injured and he throws a pick, and it's probably gonna be a pick six. I mean,
The quarterback saved the pick six.
Quarterback
Game-saving
that,
tackle.
but-
Game-saving tackle there. Florida is going crazy here in the swamp. First down, Florida, inside the 24-yard line of A&M. We have a 3-3-5 defense. Breaks a tackle. It's Webb. Give him 7. 2nd and 3. And now they can pound it in, gentlemen, for a 2-score lead.
My goodness. This is a very huge drive for the Gators. And it looks like they're not chewing clock, surprisingly. But it looks like they're going to have almost a guaranteed first down here, considering what the shootout has been. And just like that, there it is.
I mean, the good thing for Texas A&M is that at least the Gators got out of bounds.
Also, I got to say, 5 catches, 185 yards for the freshman Aiden Mizzle.
The tight end, Birdingway, give him 9. And now this is where A&M has to settle on the run if you are the D coordinator here for A&M.
If Florida scores here, the game isn't completely over, but Florida, A&M will have to score very quickly, and will have to.
In motion, Boardingham. It's a motion inside zone. He is level 3 inches.
Could this be a goal line stop for Texas A&M?
Pros and cons to that stop.
Even if this is a goal line stop, that would put Florida in a very good position.
The
It's
read
a
option.
keeper. I do not agree with that. One thing I'll say right now, and this is, nothing against college football,
If that
but the one thing I'll say is I watch it on TV all the time. I think a lot of people, wow, and now they're kicking it. See, this is one thing that I do respect, but also I don't understand. Well, actually, I do apologize. I'm referring more to the A&M. A&M, they went for it 2 times. Both were somewhat risky in some way. Florida, though, their first major 4th down, they decide to really kick it. And maybe in their lens, we can't lose unless they have an 8-point drive here on the road. However, that's where I go for it, right? It's 3rd and inches. You pound the ball. They got too cute. Did a read option right on the outside there. What you do is you power run it, and as long as you lose like a half yard or less, 4th and 1, I'm going for it. I get it. The game is like 98% over. I don't get it. That's cool. You still got to drive 98 yards in my house, in my swamp. So I like
pressing?
the decision. I respect it. But at the end of the day, I don't agree with it.
he missed the read that tree got beat over top.
Yeah, first down
He
there.
Tree
I
got
got
beat
his-
over top. He got completely burned, but he took the wide open crosser for less risk.
What was
Now the
it? This
defense
is
is
right
really
here.
on its heels.
Now, if I'm A&M here,
They're
if I'm A&M,
doubling number 3.
Oh, the streak! Oh. All right. That was
I
Throw
fun.
it
mean,
away.
I feel like he should. To be honest, he should just put number 3 on a streak because even when they're doubling number 3, there's number 3 still getting open because the safety is taking a horrible angle. Safety is going behind him instead of over top.
2-minute warning here in the swamp. Down by
Huge
7.
play.
Handoff. It's going to be Owens.
The freshman, first down, 2-minute warning.
To be honest, they have time, but I think that they should
here's the
be
one thing that I'm explaining to the stream here. You have 2 philosophy options here. It's either it's going to be a throwaway there, almost in the pocket lines are for grounding. But let me explain it real quick. So you have 2 philosophy options, 2 routes for A&M. It's either you go up tempo. I'm going to try to score quick. If I don't score, I still have 3 timeouts and I can play defense. Or you chew clock and you play more aggressively. And then if you score, there's almost no time left to counter and get a game-winning field goal. However, if you chew clock and you
a lot
don't
of people
score,
might go for 2.
you could. That's ultra aggressive. But see, if you chew clock and you don't score, well, then your 3 timeouts are worthless because you could,
They'll just knee it.
well, that or just, run the clock out and then punt the ball and you have like 5 seconds left. So this is really a coach's philosophy decision here, and it looks like that should be grounding. However, 4th and 10.
I was going to say Tyreek's sap with the quick jump, getting there. The pressure of the quarterback, huge.
He could take his 3, but I wouldn't agree with that since 1 first down would completely end us.
So my question is, again, I really hope that was not supposed to be grounding and they didn't call it because, again, maybe flags were broken in this game. I really don't know. In Dynasty, we're still learning more information on that, chat and viewers. 4th and 10 here. It's going to be gun trips for A&M. It's going to be a 3-5 dime for Florida.
One Gator fan is lucky.
Oh!
And
there's an injury.
I'm pretty sure.
There's an injury,
I'm
and
pretty
right
sure that
there,
was PI.
holy smokes, that injury just proves injuries are in the game for user versus user, and maybe we'll just tune the slides up a little bit. Handoff, it's going to be Webb, give him 6, 2nd and 4, and where's your timeout, A&M? A&M?
Wait, he's not chewing the clock
A&M
either.
is not going to take a timeout, I guess.
What are
They're just gonna
these
let him
guys
shoot the ball.
doing? They're passing
Just
the
lay it
ball.
wide open.
He's going to roll out.
Oh, he drops it. That stops the clock.
So we see an injury right there that Cam Dewberry, and Cam Dewberry is a junior right guard, 82 overall from Texas. But the thing I'll say is, I'm not really understanding here why you're passing the ball and why, both are at fault here. This is just coaching 101. I see a zig and slants right here.
This is disrespectful to Texas A&M.
Oh, it's
this is just
knocked out, and there's another injury.
Another injury, unreal. So
this is just they're just disrespecting Texas A&M by trying to pass. Could easily run out the clock.
For sure.
Wow, I think A&M is honestly
A&M is
lucky.
A&M didn't even have to use a timeout.
That was just really a gift. It was a gift.
That was terrible clock management by Florida. They could have ended the game.
For sure. This could be the first human versus human overtime game of the year.
Well, the one thing I'll say, gentlemen, is that we just had
Texas A&M has to score first.
Well, we just had direct evidence right there that we don't know about flags yet, but I do know that injuries are in the game. We probably will keep it at 20 then, because we just saw 2 within 5 plays. Jeez. The more and more I think about it, injuries, they really should happen not as much as you think. Like, when you watch, like, OSU and Michigan, you're bored. It's like, Thanksgiving time, big game, OSU, Michigan, you turn on TV, right? You don't see injuries left and right. Maybe, like, once the whole game, right? Like, someone's carted off or whatever. So, really, it should happen once a game, if anything. If I tune
Huge
on...
sack.
Yeah, big sack there. But, look, if I tune on, like, the real-life college football and, I'm seeing 2, 3, and 4 injuries, I'm going to say this is honestly a rarity of a game. So I kind of like how injuries are rare.
I remember the rare as hell game in the NFL where, like, all of the quarterbacks for the Raiders got injured.
Yeah.
And, like, and the punter didn't want to play quarterback. So
game over.
They sent in the injured quarterbacks.
DJ
the
Douglas.
punter didn't want to play quarterback.
Yes, sir, Panzer. Yeah, it can't happen. It definitely can't happen, and I don't know why you're not kneeing it here. Jeez Louise.
Why are they not kneeing it here?
Jeez
If this is a fumble,
Louise.
the game's over anyways, but this is just downright disrespectful to... now they're finally chewing clock, but they were just disrespecting Texas A&M for no reason at all.
Jeez. Maybe the coaches got into it before the game. Number 21, the ball. Oh, that was a strip animation by number 9. But Florida, on paper, upsets A&M. They were the lower seed. They may actually swap seeds going into week 4. And what a performance by DJ Lagway.
Coach JDZ and Coach JNY, I'm sure they're getting into it right now, fighting in the parking lot. I can see it right now. But this was a huge game for both teams. The Gators did pull off the upset as expected. They did upset the Hurricanes. They upset A&M here.
Yeah, my key play of the game had to be, really, how about Florida? Being able to really persevere through 2 kickoff returns given up. They gave up 2 kickoff returns, but that did not faze them one bit. And you see right here for some updates, Texas 0-2 with Coach Matthew Kennedy here. They are still on the cusp of a top 12 seed. Somehow it further proves that they are very much in this race. Tomorrow night, they're going to be playing UTSA.
Oh, Matt, you are Texas. You dropped from number 3. So, like, you're 100% gonna still be in top 25 even if you go 0-3.
I don't know. Well, I don't know about 0-3, but 0-2, yes, because one of them was Michigan. If both losses were versus unranked teams, I'm definitely unranked right now. Because I lost to number 6 Michigan, I'm right now number 22. But really, what we got to say right now in the top 25 games, let's go ahead and see who played their games already here. Let me go ahead to the schedule here really quick, and let's see who the top 25 is playing here. Scores, schedules, and we're going to go right now to the top 25 schedule here and see who played. We see South Carolina with Moneyman, an unranked team. They should be ranked next week after beating number 10 LSU. Number 10 LSU dropping definitely helps Texas there, undoubtedly. We then see down here we have Tulsa upsetting Oklahoma State on Heisman difficulty. That will also help Texas out. And we see right there the game of the week, primetime game, Florida beating A&M. Just with their, how their rankings was, also helps Texas with the lower seed losing. The higher seed. Remember, higher seed is inverted, so higher seed means like 3-2-1 versus 20-21, whatever. So it's going to be a really good shootout here to really see who gets a top 12 seed. Remember, top 12 seeds make the playoffs, 4 get a first round bye, and the other 8 will play in the first round, the round of 12. It goes 12 and then 8, 4, and then 2. You can play a max of 4 playoff games. If you have a first round bye, a max of 3 playoff games. And it is going to be very difficult to get there in a 32 online Dynasty league. However, every team right now is fighting for their right at one of those 12 seeds. Gentlemen, any lasting thoughts before we sign off here?
Are you going to play your game tonight?
Tomorrow night.
All right, I see. Really, really great start to week 3. Now the rules have changed quite a bit. Hopefully they should be finalized by now. So week 3 should be clean from every team, should be active. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We got to spin the wheel because Kansas left.
We do have to spin the wheel. Really, well said there. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel here. I am going to go ahead and copy and paste the names here, and we're going to see who will join the league here coming up next. We have some really good names here.
Julian, bro.
Who is getting kicked out, by the way?
Well, they didn't get kicked out. They left. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I already knew some people would leave, and that's just, what it is. Some people have things to do, busy lives, whatever. So here we go. We do have the names. Who is joining the league?
Wait. It's on your stream, I think.
Should be.
All right, I'm just gonna leave this.
We have VACX. VACX.
I don't think I see it on your stream. I'm not, okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say they should be. So this person is joining, and these individuals here. Okay. Oops. Please disregard that. I'm sorry. This wheel will not count. And wow. Back-to-back VACXs anyway. It was definitely meant to be VACX. Welcome to the league. Next up, we first of all appreciate all the viewers in the stream for watching this league and the commentary games. Adding life to the league, adding something cool to the league is a commentary with us. We are going to have different crews throughout the year. Today we had 3 of us. We're going to kind of see how that goes for future games. Obviously, there's a lot of chefs in the kitchen there. We may have to go down to 2 max per game from now on. But we are going to try to have like a Greg Olson, different crews. Of course, Joe Buck with Aikman, whatever. So we want to have different personalities with different games, especially in the playoffs. So W Raider, WK Squad. We're going to let you guys go. Any other lasting comments? Panzer, if you're still there. Cameron, anyone before we sign off?
First off, I didn't get to say much about that Michigan win, but I am very grateful to have played Coach K, just being a fan of him for a while and, now commentating with him. You know what? If you want, we could do the face cam thing right now. Or maybe in the playoffs. Yeah, playoffs sound good. Just to make it like super duper official or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, in the playoffs, we'll probably do a face cam commentary edition, but we'll find a way to do face cam and stuff. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and also hopefully Aaron or Julian too can commentate a game one day, a primetime game.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
So, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this league. And I mean, really, I'm not going to pick favorites, but I will say I definitely am looking forward to the Madden franchise. That one is going to be a fantasy draft. I really think that everyone really has a fair say and a fair, team. I mean, you draft your team. If you can't be there, you can't join the league. There are going to be people who will be there. And so, it's crossplay, right? So it's going to be Xbox, PC, and, PS5 players. It's definitely going to fill up, right? A gift card reward for every Super Bowl, whatever, right? And so the thing is, though, is, just in those leagues, though, it makes the fantasy draft just so important. And I think just all these users, trading is, in the game. We're going to have 3 trades per season, though. That way you can't, build a team just based on trading. You got to do it through the draft, free agency, whatever. But just understanding, though, that with the, franchise and, whatever, I love that fantasy draft aspect because you, the coach, the GM, you're able to really build a team based on what you believe in, DBs, pass rush, XYZ. And so you have control over your team. And we really ask that, when that video goes live on August 1st, when and if you sign up for that Madden franchise, join if you're going to really join, because we don't want someone just dicking around, la 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 la. We want you to really join and have fun with it, but also be serious because when you draft that team, I mean, that's your team. I mean, you had control over it. So there really should be no complaining and no whatever. You could go for a win now team, but also trust me, some of those young players in franchise, you would be shocked at how high they develop, in the league. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you guys in the stream. We're going to go ahead and go from there. Adios.
I also want to shout out Greg Fontaine and Aaron Mitchell because they're a part of our league and they're great streamers. They stream Madden or college football every day. Very entertaining streamers. They both use their face cams. I think you guys should check them out. Great people and great entertaining streamers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, J-Cam. Thank you so much. Yeah. We are going to go from there. Take care. We obviously have cut before it's too late. See you guys for cut soon. Bye-bye.